Hi there, Leo. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 29th of August. The exciting event this week is the fact that Mars is going to break free of Saturn on Thursday, and through to the end of the week is going to really give your sense of energy and purpose a much needed boost. It's not that Mars alongside Saturn from Monday to Wednesday is going to be restrictive completely, but it is asking you to be mightily focused, but it becomes a much freer spirit from the midweek point onwards, and I just think generally you're going to feel much more upbeat. Now on Tuesday, Mercury does go into its third annual retrograde in your sector of resources, and I do think it's very important to be very careful about what you spend, how you spend it. Any money that's owed to you, chase it up vigorously. Don't make any assumptions around finances because you could get caught out. But Mercury's retrograde can be an entirely positive thing, a time when you may think of new, more imaginative ways of boosting your income and cutting your costs, and most of all, getting rid of a little bit of waste. But the other big event of this week comes also on Tuesday when Venus makes its way into a superb part of your horoscope where she's going to be for the next 28 days. This is going to give you an awesome opportunity to use your communicational skills to the full. So even though Mercury may set up some challenges for us all, Venus returning to its home zone of Libra can see you being very charming, beguiling, and really very gracious in your approach. So even if there are tricky matters that you need to discuss, if you can stay open to other people's viewpoints, express yours in a balanced way, I think all sorts of people are going to be latching on, not just to what you say, Leo, but also how you say it. Your personal communication can definitely see your popularity increase. However, there is a solar eclipse on the very first day of September, which is Thursday, and this too is emphasizing your resources. This is more complex. If a solar eclipse is occurring completely on its own, unaffected by other planets, I think in this instance for you, it would give you a much greater desire and determination to improve the foundations of your existence over the next 6 months. Now, it still can do, but you'll need to be mindful that it feeds into Saturn in a right angle and also is opposite Neptune, which of course is very elusive and especially around facts and figures. So if you're trying to tie anything down around a shared situation around finances or a partnership, I do think it could be harder going. In a love relationship, it could be that you have different values to your partner and they can become much more obvious now around resources. Or you may have people that lean on you a little bit who tend to assume that you'll always be there to bail them out when perhaps they should be taking a bit more responsibility for their own spending habits. And if you are indulging someone rather too much, I think this can be a solar eclipse which stops you doing that over the next 6 months. You could become a bit firmer, but I think it's entirely right that you are. It's also challenging any tendency of yours to spend money frivolously on things which are non-essential. This could at times make life seem a little bit more serious, but it's just asking you to be conscious of the worth of what you produce and how much energy you put into the things that are valuable to you, and just saying hold on to those things, don't squander them. When it comes to the more sensual side of life or the enjoyment of creature comforts, this solar eclipse is definitely going to help you with that. But again, it's about proportion. Too much of anything is not really going to be very good for you. However much you love the good things in life, I think very simple pleasures can actually give you the greatest amount of satisfaction over this next half year on the back of this solar eclipse. But in the here and now, you do need to micromanage your resources, your finances more carefully, keep receipts. If you buy anything online, don't necessarily assume it's going to meet your expectations, and just be a bit cannier in your approach. And I think you actually can make a lot of progress on the back of this. But when it comes to your personal communications and your love life, as Mars breaks forwards away from the restriction of Saturn and Venus moves into that wonderful location I just feel that you can feel a lot more optimistic in this particular part of life. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.